Hi, this is Daniel Stallings, President of NAIFA-Indiana, and your host for the 2023 Holiday Edition of NAIFA-Indiana Update. This edition of NAIFA-Indiana Update is sponsored by Golden Care.
Hi everybody, this is Tom Randall. I'm just going to give you a quick overview and introduction to the new Omniflex short-term care plan that we're releasing. And basically, in a nutshell, when we designed Omniflex, we really wanted to come up with the super product, the thing that does more things than any other product in the industry. And I think you'll see that we've kind of accomplished that here. The first thing we wanted to do is throw the net really wide. So we have a simple two-tiered underwriting system, and we have level premiums so that you don't have premiums going up with different age grades. And we know a lot of people are married out there, and we work with a lot of couples, so we wanted to have nice spousal discounts as well. So we did all that. You can see on the right-hand side some of the alternatives out there in the industry. We also, with Omniflex, put in a built-in RX benefit that we're really excited about. This is a prescription drug reimbursement benefit of up to $300 per year to keep those net premiums really low. Since we have a comprehensive short-term care plan here, we wanted to make sure that we had really good facility coverage. So of course, all the usual suspects are there with the nursing home, assisted living, and we even included hospice facility, which the other carriers don't usually do. And because there's so many MA plans out there, we have a rider for a hospital indemnity benefit to help save those out-of-pocket costs. Probably more important than the facility, when people buy these policies, they want to stay out of the nursing home or the facility. So we put in very comprehensive medical home care into our Omniflex plan. And that, again, is all the things you see. The list is obviously not exhaustive, but we have all the usual suspects on the medical home care side, which is really important for people to be able to stay out of that facility as long as possible. And we even include hospice care in the home as well. But just as important as that medical home care, believe it or not, is the other side of the home care picture, the custodial care. We wanted to have full custodial home care coverages with this product, and that means full benefit periods for the home health care aides and full benefit amounts on the indemnity side. Homemaker services covered, custodial services covered, etc. All those things that let people stay at home as long as possible, comfortably with their dignity. Where we really separate ourselves from the competition is right here. Every Omniflex plan has built-in first-day cash benefits available. So we know there's a lot of times that spouse wants to jump in and help out, the family, the friends, church groups, whatever it may be. With Omniflex, you have the ability with our Fast 50 to have cash benefits to pay for your care. And finally, we know this is a long-tail product, so we wanted to have inflation protection on the Omniflex plan as a rider. And if you do choose the inflation protection, you're going to have protection not just on your facility benefit like a lot of other companies have, but with this one, you also get the home care and the cash benefit growth with that same inflation protection that you choose. So in a nutshell, you can see on the far right-hand side there, where you're tired of saying no with a lot of these other products that don't have everything. That's why we love this plan. Omniflex could change this industry because it's so flexible and it's affordable and it covers people exactly where they need to be covered. Throwing the net wide, giving coverage for facility, medical home care with the home health care aides, and finally the first day cash. So hopefully you'll see that Omniflex is the plan that you'll reach for quite often. Thank you.
Golden Care is a longtime supporter of NAIFA-Indiana. I encourage our members to explore Golden Care and their products and services. As the year draws to a close, I'm sure you are all working very hard to achieve your goals and planning for 2024. Medicare open enrollment is in full swing. Investment advisors are making year-end adjustments to client portfolios, and we're all working hard to help promote our clients' financial security. By the same token, your professional organization is working continuously to make sure your business is more secure than ever as well. In August, we hosted a very successful summit featuring some of the top speakers in the industry, including Joe Jordan, who will be recognized as the John Newton Russell Award recipient by NAIFA in December. We were joined by many vendors who explained how their products and services could serve our clients, and we held an awards banquet where we honored Joe Serta with NAIFA-Indiana's most prestigious award, the Jack Peckinpah Associate of the Year Award. It was a great event, and everyone who attended had a wonderful time. We would like to thank Kyle Sear and his committee for organizing a great summit. Throughout the fall, many of our members also attended in-district meetings with our congressional representatives to explain NAIFA's positions on industry issues. I want to encourage all of our members to develop relationships with their representatives at the state and national level. Meeting them in district when the General Assembly and Congress are not in session is the best way to do that. This fall, we had a successful rollout of our new member benefit, guaranteed issue life insurance through MassMutual. To learn more about this valuable member benefit and how you can still participate, please reach out to our NAIFA-Indiana office. And in a significant development, NAIFA-Indiana announced a merger with both Life Happens and the Society of Financial Service Professionals. Members of both NAIFA and the Society of Financial Service Professionals voted overwhelmingly to merge last month, effective January 1st, 2024. Here in Indiana, our local organizations had already established a close working relationship, so I am confident that the merger will only enhance our position as the largest and most effective advocacy organization in the financial services industry. Joining me now is Jim Patton, President of the Indiana chapter of the Society of Financial Service Professionals, and Joe Serta.
By now, most of you, if not all of you, are aware of the merger between NAIFA-Indiana and FSP. On a national scale, we all voted for this merger about a month or so ago. And this is really the first time that we have brought the presidents of the two organizations together to talk to you about this process. So I've got some questions here. I know that there are a lot of questions out there regarding this merger, and hopefully we can clear up some of those questions today. The first question I have was, how was it accepted by each organization?
Well, for the society, I think it was pretty well accepted because the vote was something like 86% in favor of the merger, and I think it's going to be a positive going forward, and that seems to be the general perception.
And I think NAIFA was 90 plus, so we had great member support.
And actually, I sat through and voted, so I watched the whole event unfold, and right through the count. And on the NAIFA side, it was 99% to 1%, so overwhelming support for this. And I'm very glad and encouraged to hear that both organizations basically felt the same way. So when does this merger become effective?
January 1st, 2024.
So we've got 2 months before we all become one organization officially. We have already started talking, the leadership of FSP and the leadership of NAIFA, to try to map out the merger. My question regarding FSP is, how will it impact FSP's due structure?
Well, as I understand that our due structure will carry forth through to the next renewal cycle, and then it'll be adjusted once that occurs later on in 2024.
Okay.
That's September, is that?
I think that's right. I think that's right, Dan.
And then what changes can we expect to see locally on NAIFA-Indiana's board? Daniel?
So we're excited that this creates an opportunity for us to continue to build on the relationship we've had and to formalize it by bringing on members of the society's local board onto some vacancies we have currently on our state board. And so we've been strategic about making sure that we will have a strong presence and voice and use the strengths and leadership of the society on the state association board. So we're excited about that.
And then that brings us to who is going to be joining the NAIFA-Indiana board as the first member.
Well, we're excited to share that Jim has agreed to join the board, and I think I can think of no one else better to bring the history and the knowledge and the relationships of the society to NAIFA-Indiana. So we're really excited that Jim has agreed to join the board as our first representative, and we think there'll be opportunities to bring more on in the future.
Looking forward to it, Dan.
Thank you, Jim.
And then for NAIFA members, one of the strengths of the Society of Financial Service Professionals is professional development. That is their charter. So who is going to be overseeing NAIFA-Indiana's Professional Development Committee? Jim?
Would be me. Part of my new role is coming on the board and being the professional development mentor, if you will.
There are tremendous resources within FSP regarding professional development of taped sessions, webcams. So we're really going to see an impact in the curriculum that we are going to be offering. We probably won't see the impact of it until later on in the year, but I'm pretty excited about this. So, and also to be handing it off to somebody that really from the start was working with us jointly in putting this thing together. So,
Well, and Joe, I'll just add that NAIFA National has these centers that they've had, and one of the centers is focused on professional development, and really the society will really become the ones that are going to lead the charge in our professional development world at the national level, and we'll all benefit from that at the state and local levels as well. So we think that's just a hand-in-glove great fit going forward.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think one of the big pluses for the NAIFA members is the expanded distribution of the Society of the Journal of the Society of Financial Services
Thank you.
Professional, which is an academic level publication that they'll have access to. And just a general comment, I think for a lot of the NAIFA members and for the society members actually also, we've been doing joint programming for so long, that'll all be transparent, and we'll just kind of continue on with that.
Yeah. And the journal is a great thought leadership piece that we're all going to be able to benefit from.
Exactly.
So that's great.
And lastly, Daniel, can you share some more information about the new NAIFA-Indiana member benefit that's going to be available to FSP members?
Yeah, we're excited. As many of you know, we've been able to roll out this fall a benefit to our current NAIFA members for NAIFA-Indiana. It is a guaranteed issue whole life policy, dividend paying, participating policy. And as our society members join us after January 1st, they too will have the ability to do that. And many of you, as we talked about, have had an opportunity to participate and have taken advantage of that. And we've already been approached by some society members who have indicated that they'd like that benefit too. And so we are pleased that we're going to be able to roll that out as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you both for coming and speaking to us and hopefully answering questions that are out there among our membership on both sides. So coming January 1st, we come together.
Joe, I want to thank you for your leadership in bringing these two organizations together early. And Jim, I'm so pleased to have the society and you and your leadership coming. And we just want to acknowledge your service in the Army. Thank you for your service as we head into Veterans Day. And thank you to all of our men and women who have served in our armed forces. So thank you. Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. The merger between NAIFA and the Society is just the beginning. We have a full year of events planned for both organizations. December 3rd, 4th, and 5th, key leaders of NAIFA-Indiana will attend NAIFA's National Leadership Conference. This is always a great event when our chapter leaders interact with national leaders to chart the course for NAIFA in the coming year. This is also a time when we meet with our members of Congress to advocate for important industry topics. Beginning in January, we have a full slate of great educational and advocacy events scheduled. On January 18th at 9 a.m., Larry Rickey will present his well-regarded presentation on 10 tips to the top. Larry is one of our most distinguished members, having been named as both a Kentucky Colonel and Sagamore of the Wabash. Last year, he gave an abbreviated version of this 10 tips to the top as a sales tip. I can't wait to watch the whole thing. I know it will help my business and it will help yours too. February 15th, we'll have the first of our 4 half-day CEs available in person or via Zoom. Although this one will take place in Indianapolis, we plan on holding quarterly half-day CEs in various parts of the state in order to better meet the needs of our members. February 20th, we'll have our annual Al Sear Day on the Hill beginning at 8:30 a.m. at the One America building, where we will meet with and have briefings from key legislators and departments. Then we'll head over to the State House to meet with our legislators to have our annual lunch there. This is a great time to demonstrate our numbers to the General Assembly and to build relationships with our legislators. This is one of our more important advocacy events. Please plan to attend. We look forward to seeing you there. Finally, on March 21st, Beth Peckinpah Beasley will present the 3-hour ethics course. We all need the course for our licensing, and NAIFA is committed to bringing it to you. We're excited by our membership growth. Membership is key to our success, and we are excited to feature one of our new members, Joshua Harrington. Joshua, welcome to NAIFA-Indiana Update.
Daniel, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Joshua, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
I'm Joshua Harrington. I've been in insurance for just a couple of years now, I think 3 years going on. I'm a former Air Force veteran. I separated from the Air Force and I went back to school. I graduated from San Francisco State University and was lucky enough to find my home at Penny Insurance. We are a full service BGA and I'm a brokerage manager here. So I serve around 50 agents on average, and most of my day is fielding calls, doing case design, being able to solve problems and solve puzzles. And it's probably my favorite thing. I absolutely love it.
Joshua, sounds like you are really busy. Why did you decide to join NAIFA?
One thing is a requirement of being in insurance should be being a member of NAIFA. If you want to be a professional, you should join your professional association. NAIFA advocates for us. It's job security. It makes sure that the rules that we play by and the rules that we abide by are fair and make sense for ourselves, for our clients, for our carriers. And also, it's a great sense of community. One of the blessings of NAIFA is they have many mentorship programs, and I want to be a student of insurance and I want to be good at what I do. And so that means learning from others who have already paved the way.
You've only recently joined NAIFA-Indiana, but you're already serving on a standing committee, aren't you?
I am. I was blessed to be able to go to the summit in Fort Wayne, and I felt so moved by seeing how many of the members are on several different committees. Everyone that shows up has their hands and is working together to build something. And so I said, I want to go where my impact can be most felt. And for me, that felt like the communications committee. I wanted to be able to leverage what I've used at work and where I've grown in social media and email outreach and being able to get in front of people. And I wanted to help do that with NAIFA.
Joshua, what would you tell professionals in our industry who haven't joined NAIFA-Indiana?
People who want to be professionals in this industry should seek out other professionals, and they should be a member and an active member of their professional organization. NAIFA is a long-standing organization that has advocated for our industry and advocated for its members. It also offers mentorship. It allows you to be better at your craft and preserve your craft as well. There are other individuals that would probably love if we could just use AI and get rid of us. But NAIFA won't let that happen, and will make sure that the rules that we abide by are the right ones for ourselves and for our clients.
Thank you, Joshua. I know you're going to be a great asset to NAIFA and NAIFA-Indiana.
Thank you so much. It's been a real honor being here and a real honor to be a part of NAIFA-Indiana.
One of the benefits of being a member of NAIFA and the society is having access to the best minds in the industry. In this issue, our sales tip will be presented by Connie Markham, board member and NAIFA-PAC chair. Connie, welcome to NAIFA-Indiana Update.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Connie, could you give us your best sales tip?
I'd be glad to. You know, I thought about this and I came up with 3 H's as kind of my title for this. And I thought, why not make it 4-H? And then I was curious. So my trivia question for the day is, what does 4-H stand for? I found it very interesting. 4-H started in 1927 and it's head, hands, heart, health. That's what 4-H stood for. My 3 H's are a little bit different today as your sales tip. They are, the first one is high energy. If a salesperson, the very best thing that they can do is come in with high energy. No one wants to buy anything or hear anyone talk that is down in the dumps and sad. So first one, you've got to have high energy. Second one is you've got to be honest. People can smell it, they can feel it, they can taste it. You've got to be honest. The third one is you got to have a hallelujah moment. And a hallelujah moment is every quarter. You've got to plan a couple of days to get away, 2 or 3 days, maybe a week if you've had a really good quarter, but you've got to be able to recharge and fire yourself back up to be able to do this job. So those are my 3 tips: high energy, you've got to be honest, and you got to take your hallelujah time. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share those sales tips, and I hope they are of help to you.
Connie, thank you so much. I think we all needed to hear that, particularly as we go to the end of the quarter here this year and reflect on the challenges and our successes. And we appreciate you and bringing those concepts to our membership. Thank you. As I prepare to leave the presidency in January, I reflect on the past 2 years that I have had the honor and privilege to serve as your NAIFA-Indiana president. I want to thank each of you for your dedication to the values of our professional association as demonstrated by your membership, your time, and your engagement in the important issues of our profession. We've had some very important successes over the past few years. First and foremost, we continue to evolve how we provide value-added benefits to our members post-COVID. I think we all have learned how to do business differently, and that includes NAIFA-Indiana. We are proud of the quality programming, education, and advocacy that our state leadership has continued to provide in an increasingly virtual and hybrid format. I want to specifically thank immediate past president of NAIFA-Indiana, Joe Serta, for his leadership that has set us up for so many successes. It is truly appropriate that he was recognized with the prestigious Jack Peckinpah Associate of the Year Award at our state summit in August. We've had some important legislative victories as well, both at the state and national level. At the state level, we've secured the ability for our members to have excess CE credits carry over to the following renewal cycle. We've also won the right for our members who are actively involved in our professional associations to receive credit for their involvement through CE. One of the areas we are currently championing at the state level is the adoption of the best interest suitability standard by the state of Indiana. Just recently, we submitted a letter of support to the Indiana Department of Insurance on this topic. And we are hopeful to hear news of this issue advancing in Indiana very soon. And NAIFA-Indiana is prepared to assist state professionals in implementing this best interest standard and provide the tools and resources that may be necessary to comply with any changes that may be required. At the national level, we have successfully advocated for the passage of Secure Act 2.0, which will protect the Main Street clients that so many of us serve. We are also actively engaged as a professional association in addressing the recently announced DOL, revised fiduciary standards, that we can represent the best interest of our members and the clients we serve in order for us to continue to provide services in the way that makes them accessible to the greatest number of middle Americans. Please be sure to stay engaged with us on this important topic that will require each of you to express your voices to our nationally elected representatives. Watch for more information. This fall, your state board was pleased to make available to our members a new association member-only benefit in the form of a guaranteed issue whole life policy. We are pleased by how many of you took advantage of this benefit. We hope to continue to make this benefit available to our current and future members. If you have any questions about how you or your family members can benefit from this valuable benefit, please reach out to the NAIFA-Indiana office. Finally, I would like to officially extend a hearty NAIFA welcome to our friends and colleagues with the Society of Financial Services Professionals and Life Happens. We have enjoyed a close relationship for many years with the Society of Central Indiana, and the leadership of both Indiana boards have already started meeting to ensure a smooth transition that will strengthen and benefit all members of the financial services profession. For more information, please reach out to naifa.org or contact the state office. There is so much to be proud of as a member of this noble profession, and I am pleased to be a member of NAIFA for the many benefits I receive from a relatively modest membership investment. Thank you for your membership, and I encourage you all to take advantage of all of the many NAIFA member benefits by being engaged. The more engaged you are, the more value you will gain from your membership, and the more we will all gain as a group. We look forward to seeing you at our many member events that we have planned for 2024, including our in-person and virtual CE events, our annual Al Sear Day on the Hill event in February, and I invite you to join us for the annual Congressional Conference in Washington, D.C. in May 2024 to bring your voice straight to your elected officials. In closing, I want to congratulate Jeremy Stackhouse as the incoming president of NAIFA-Indiana. Jeremy, congratulations on being elected president, and thank you for stepping into this role. I know what a big time commitment this is on your part, and I know the association will benefit from your leadership. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Daniel, for those kind words. I know I have some huge shoes to fill, and I look forward to building on the legacy that you and Joe have established. But you guys aren't going anywhere. You'll still be active members of NAIFA-Indiana, and I'm relying on your wise counsel. And the same goes for our members. I'm relying on you to help me steer this ship. If you have an idea or a comment, let me, your board, or our staff know. This is your association. We cannot achieve our full potential unless you all are involved.
Thank you, Jeremy. With you at the helm, I know NAIFA-Indiana is in great hands. There is so much work that goes into producing NAIFA-Indiana Update, and I want to thank Chris Barthouse for his efforts, as well as our longtime videographer, Andy Barthouse, who is leaving us to seek other opportunities. His talents have contributed greatly to the success of our communications and online CE efforts. He will be missed, and we wish him well in his future endeavors. Thank you, Andy. Lastly, let us be the first to wish you and your family the very happiest of holidays and a prosperous new year. And here are a few other people who want to wish you the same.
This is Congressman Larry Bouchon. Thank you for all the great work you do at NAIFA-Indiana. From my family to yours, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, it's Congresswoman Erin Houchin with Indiana's 9th Congressional District. I'd just like to wish all NAIFA-Indiana members a happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Senator Todd Young here to wish NAIFA-Indiana a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, Senator Mike Braun here to wish all of you at NAIFA a blessed holiday season and a Happy New Year. The holiday season is a special time for us to celebrate the blessings we enjoy and reminds us of the importance of family, friends, and community. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.